Well, hello, boys and girls. Here we are back again for my nuggets. First nugget for 2024. Pretty exciting. So, today I'm going to show you how to very quickly build a draft bank if you haven't got one and need one suddenly because, for some reason you've got an emergency and you need to put some days in a draft bank that'll automatically scheduled, so they'll automatically go up on eBay, so you've got listings going up every day when you need time off. Or if you want to actually build a draft bank so you can have some listings go up new every day. Now, the difference with this way of doing a draft bank and the way that I've shown you in the past is that this draft bank is built purely from old listings. So not your new listings, because one of the issues I've had when I've talked to people about doing draft banks is they don't actually like to put their new listings in a draft bank. They'd rather actually get them up and listed and hope that they sell. So what if you've got a few older listings that you could use for your draft bank? Now, I've been doing this because I've been I've been sort of incorporating building my draft bank along with doing the end and sell similar. So every day I end and sell similar round about the 200 items. And out of those, I take out 15 to 20, depending, and I schedule them ahead so that every day I have got listings that go live, regardless of what's going on. And then any new listings that I get done are extra on top of that. So it actually works out quite well. So here we go. Just bear with me while I organise to share my... Right, so here we are on our seller hub, which is where we always start, as I always say. And what we're going to do is go to listings and then go to active. So this is a similar idea of what you would want to do if you're going to do like a store reset, that you can, find out all the information about that sort of stuff in other places, either on my channel, on Octo's channel, on Hey Fro Sells channel, on Primo Chemo's channel, everybody's channel. You can do that. I've shown you before how to do the end and sell similar. So this is what I do every day to do my end and sell similar, because I've stopped doing a whole store reset. Instead, every day I just do close to 200 of my oldest items that I do an end and sell similar on. I'm finding that it just keeps the activity rolling a little bit better, the traffic coming into my store, but it's also allowing me to get a decent draft bank going at the same time. So that's why we're going to do it this way. So we're going to go to our active listings. Now, the important thing here is these will be generally, when you go into them, will be, depending on how you've sorted it last time, but like they'll generally be from the earliest start date, like from the, most recent start date to your oldest start date. So you want to make sure that you put them in order from oldest to newest. So we just click on start date here and make sure that it's got the arrows going up the other way, and that we are actually doing our end and sell similar on our oldest items. Then what we do is tick the box here, which will select 200, because I've got my page set on 200 that I can see. Now, the thing to do, which is, well, look, it's up to you whether you do them all or whether you wish to take out your items that you've sent out offers on and those offers haven't expired. So when I do this, that's what I do. I take those out. So all it is a matter of, on another screen, just bringing up the same, or another tab, just bring up the same things again. And then you do the, you tick this box here, which is send offers. And that will tell you specifically what offers you have sent out. Now, I'm just going to get mine happening on my other monitor. It does make it easy when you've got a second monitor, let me tell you. So, yeah, I'm just clicking on send offers, which you can't see me do that, but that's what I'm doing. And just to make sure that I don't miss any. So what I do is after I've selected them all, I deselect the ones that I've sent out offers on. Now, look, I know that these ones are all ones that I have sent out offers on, which is why I'm able to cruise through those ones pretty quickly. Right. So when I get to, I've gotten to here and I've opened it up. And so there's a couple of new ones that have appeared since I did it. So all I do is generally scroll down until I find those ones. Just making sure. So Lee Jeans are one. And then my vintage Netta doll, which they may come up before the end of the page. They may not, depending. Oh, there we go. Doll B, yes. And then if it comes up, we've also got my Viewmaster, which may or may not come up. Oh, there it is, Viewmaster. So these ones are pretty easy to pick up because, you know, they are sort of ones that stand out. The next one here is a RSVP vintage Perry Cotton, beautiful silk top, size 14. And then we have a Goldfinger book, which, as I said, may or may not come up. I mean, I've gotten pretty good at actually scrolling down fairly fast. Yeah, no, it hasn't come up. So it must be on the next page, so we're not going to worry about that. Then you click on this arrow, the arrow down on the bottom, which you probably can't see because of my head, my cartoon head. Bottom left-hand corner, what I might just do is I'm just going to peek back and I'm just going to remove the overlay so that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Right, so you're down the bottom of the page, so you're just going to click on the little arrow down the bottom, which will take you straight back up the top. Now, if you have a look here, we've actually got 183 selected, and that's why I said to you it's not exactly 200 that I do, because it's dependent on how many of those listings that I take out. So with these ones, we're going to go here to Actions, and we're going to go End Listings. And just check 183 listings. We're going to end. We just wait for that to finish up. Right, so from there, we're going to just go down a little bit, go to over here to Ended Listings. So we're going to go to Ended Listings, which are our unsold items. Now, you'll notice I ended 183, but I've actually got 186 in there. And that is because I have got some ended Blighton books in here, and I'm going to untick those because I do not want to sell similar on those. I'm in the midst of trying to work out whether I'm going to leave those bundles as is, or whether, and this single book, or whether I'm actually going to bundle them with some other books. And I'm just leaving them sit there until I decide what I'm doing with them. But anyway, normally you would just tick this box and let them all go. You do need to make sure before you start doing stuff like this, though, that your ended items is either empty or there's only a couple in it that you know that you'll remember to untick, because otherwise you're going to finish up ending and selling similar stuff that you've got in your ended folder that you shouldn't be. So now we've got our 183 selected, which is what we want. We're going to go sell similar. Wait for them to come up in the bulk editing box. Now, there's two things I do in here to do these. So the first one is every time I do an end and sell similar, I actually drop my price by 1%. And I know that might not seem very much, but over time, over a few times that I do this, that builds up, and I'm doing these fairly regularly, so the price is actually going down. So we're going to go and tick this box at the top here, which selects all the listings. Go up here to the bulk editor and go to the buy it now price. And we're going to go lower by 1%. And you might choose to do it that you want to lower it by 2%, 5%, whatever. you like to do. I just feel there's two reasons. One, it changes what was in the original listing because I'm actually changing the price. And so that makes a difference. And plus, over time, it's actually decreasing the price. And my idea is that eventually it'll get to a price where it's either should sell or it's not going to sell at all. And then I need to work out what I want to do with it. So we've selected all those. So now we need to unselect them all for the next bit. Now, the important thing here is to make sure you can see your item category column. If you can't see it, go into customize columns and you can actually change the order of all your columns. So I'm just going to leave them as they are for the time being. And now we want to sort the actual listings that we've got in here. We want to actually sort those by category. And the reason I do this because I like to make sure I've got a mix of things in my scheduled listings, so that, say, for example, I've got some books and some VHS and some clothing that all go live each day, because that helps with the algorithm, because then you're shown to be consistently listing in each of those areas. Now, often I will just go down and choose like the first 10 books, because I will do 10 books. But look, this first book is The Willing Flesh by Willie Heinrich, and it's quite expensive. It's worth $166. I'd probably rather not have it sitting in my draft bank for a couple of weeks. So I'm not going to use that one. I'm just going to select 10 of the others. So I'm just going to count down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see up here how many you've selected. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a $44 one. I might take that one out too and just go down to the next one. So because these are now sorted into categories, so now I've done 10, so I can just scroll down to the ones that are in the next category. Oh, nearly missed them, which are hats. And I will choose 2 hats to go into my scheduled listings. We've got a pair of men's jeans, which is only the one pair, so I'll leave that. Only one shirt. So it just depends on what's in here, depends on how I do it. But we've got a couple of pair of jeans here. I'll get 2 of. And then I'll go down and see what else we've got. Got lots of jeans in here. We've got a cardigans. I will choose one of those. And their pants, shorts, I'll choose a skirt. And then I'll choose a couple of tops to go in there. And then I'll choose 2 VHS. So that gives me 20. So those are the 20 that I'm going to put in the scheduled listings. Now, I'm just going to go over here. And what I usually do on the other screen is I usually then bring up, at this time, I usually bring up the scheduled listings that I've already got. And that tells me the last day that I've got something scheduled for. So the last day I've scheduled something for is the 19th of January. So I've got stuff scheduled every day up until then. So what you want to do then is go to the bulk editor and go down here to start time. And you just click on start time. When that opens up, you'll see here you've got schedule a start time. So we click on that. And we choose our date. Now, we know that the last lot I've got scheduled is for the 19th. So in this instance, I'm going to go to the 20th. And I'm actually starting my listings at 6:06, just for the hell of it, a.m. I did have them going live at about 9 o'clock. But then after Rob and a couple of people, we were talking about it in the Discord group, that, there's a lot of people traveling on public transport going to work from 6 o'clock onwards. So they might be sitting on the train scrolling through. So it's probably better to have them go live a bit earlier. So that's what I'm doing. Now, you can either have them go live all at the same time, which is what I do, or if you want to stagger them, you can space them out at intervals. in which case you tick this box and you choose how far apart you want the intervals. And you can go from 1 minute up to 60 minutes if that's what you want. But I'm actually not going to do that, so I'll untick that box. And then I'm going to go apply. And we'll let that load. Right, so now we've got 20 listings scheduled. Well, we haven't quite yet. We've almost got 20 listings that are now scheduled to go live on the 20th of January. So all we have to do now is hit submit and make any other changes that you want to any of your other listings. I've been going through mine actually and doing little things like removing things like asterisks, dashes, anything like that. And I mean, you've got to remember these are older listings. And sometimes the search doesn't like those extra little things. It can actually stop the algorithm from searching properly. So I've been going through doing things like deleting those. And, you know, if I think the order of one of the titles needs to be changed, I'll go and do that. But I don't want to fart ass too much and make this video too long doing that. But I just thought I'd show you that that's what I've been doing. So you wait till that's all sorted, and then you just go submit, and then it asks you and gives you any additional fees. Now, the reason I've got fees here is because I've got a couple of things that I have actually got listed in 2 categories. Well, actually, there must be 5 because it's 6 cents to list something in a second category. And I'm going to guess it's mostly probably shorts that I've got listed in the shorts because they're denim shorts. I've got them listed in the shorts category and the jeans category. And then I'm just going to go submit. So those listings are going to go live now, except for the 20 that we actually put into our scheduled listings. And if we now have a look here, and we'll just double check to make sure that they got in there all right. So we'll go to scheduled. So before I sent those live, I had 266 items in my scheduled listings. So theoretically, we should have 286 now. Yes, we do. 286. Beautiful. And you'll see here that these are the ones that I did, and they are scheduled to start on the 20th of January 24, which is perfect. Now, the last thing you've got to do is go back. Once you've checked that they've all gone live properly, you do need to go back and delete them, the ones that you just did a sell similar on, out of your ended items. So again, select them all. And if you've got any extras in there, like I have at the moment, those 3 Enid Blyton books, then untick those. Then we go actions, and then we go delete. Are you sure you want to delete the 183 items? Yes, I am. And we're going to delete those. And that is basically it, boys and girls. It's pretty simple, but it actually is great. And the thing being that you could actually select, if you don't have a draft bank at all and suddenly find that you need a draft bank quickly, what you can do is go in, say, and select, 60 items, 60 of your oldest items, and you could actually have 10 a day go live for 6 days. Just go through and tick 10, the first 10, give them the first date, tick the next 10, give them the day after, and so on. And you would very quickly be able to build a draft bank that way. You don't actually have to build it from brand new listings that you would rather have go live. So that is my little nugget for today. And because this is already 20 minutes long, I'm actually not going to show you a sold item today. I will do that tomorrow when I see you. Thank you, boys and girls. Bye now.